I think we just start. Yeah? Yes. I read too much about this before starting to play, which might mean there were too many spoilers for me. But there is a stalker character, and so they're trying to be sensitive about that. Oh, see, I can be male. We're gonna type awkwardly with a controller. that is the. I think that's how the game works. You're dating the weapons. Hello, plants. Welcome to the stream. New game. Sleepy. I like smiling, I think. I also see what you see. Although, I can make myself a little bit bigger. There. Happy Friday indeed! I was on Sandman's channel earlier. He's been playing Gartic Phone today, and Gartic Phone is like Pictionary, where like you make a writing prompt and then somebody draws it, and then the next person guesses what it is, and then the next person draws the guess, and then the next person guesses the drawing, like in order. And the writing prompt the drawing prompt I gave was, gotta get down, it's Friday, because it's Friday. Yeah, Gartic Phone is fine. I think he's still playing it now. What type of hair do I want? Punk? I feel like spiky is actually probably accurate. Short is also okay. Full cut from when I was a child. Yeah, I think spiky. I mean, not this type of, not punk spiky. But yeah, just spiky. And black is fine. Although, maybe we should try to match closer to what my hair is today. Bowl cut, yeah, exactly. That seems close. Oh yeah, skin color. I think maybe more like that. Not super light. Not. Clearly, I should have worn a white t-shirt. I added some color. It's like some silver or gray. So I lightened it a bit. More like my my Twitch profile pic. I guess it's down there. Yeah. Black is a natural color, yes. I should probably just get it professionally done. And make it more like silverish. I just haven't like decided if I'm willing to commit to like constantly having to get it recolored as the roots grow in. I don't know. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, it feels like a very big commitment to get my hair colored. It will grow out too fast and be expensive. I don't know. I hear the technology these days, the hair coloring technology these days is pretty good and it doesn't wash out that much. Black roots with silver tips sounds cool in theory. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I can change my character anytime while in the apartment. That's great. This game sometimes sends you supportive text messages from a character named Mom. Is that okay? Oh. Yeah. I would like to have supportive text messages from a character named Mom. Yes. Not everybody has the best relationship with their mom. Final boarding call for Verona Beach. All passengers, please board immediately. I wonder if Verona Beach is supposed to kind of be like Southern California, like Venice Beach or something. So much going on in this town.
Hey, welcome to Verona Beach, cuz.
Sure.
Jesse.
Get some food, Mary. Sounds good. Hey, welcome to Verona Beach, cuz. It's me, Jesse. So I think Jesse is your actual cousin, not just like a friend who calls people cuz. Not enough traffic for LA.
It's been a long 10 years, huh? Your mom said you'd grown up, but I had no idea. You're so much taller.
It's funny because in real life, I'm not very tall. Nice! Dumplings are good. Yes. I guess it's part of the fantasy of the game is that I can be tall. Who are you, Jesse?
Oh, you don't remember me? I was thinner and younger then. Miserable too.
Aw, Jesse.
Anyway, I'm your cousin. Last time we met, let's see. I was in college, and you were like in the 5th grade or something. Back before California.
Oh, see, look. They are in California. Verona Beach, California.
Doesn't matter. Come on. I'll show you your room for the summer.
He leads you upstairs. You can stay here till my lease runs out in September. What month is it now? I guess it's the beginning of summer. I moved out to live with my parents last month, so you get free rent. Awesome. I love free rent. Plus, we'll have the whole summer to solve your little problem. Eh? What problem? Your mom said you hadn't gone on a date, like, not in your whole life. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to be young. I'm supposed to be like, maybe early 20s? Something like that? What a laugh. It's not a big deal, but I'll do what I can to help you. It'll be a summer of love. It's a weird service to offer your cousin, but sure. Mom wants grandkids. Mom is already pushing for me to be dating. Or if you prefer, a summer of totally platonic, friendly hangouts. Those are good too. Those are good too. I'm not a pickup artist, but pretty sure I can teach you something about meeting people. Really? How old is Jesse? What experience does Jesse have? What are his credentials? As long as you're willing to be a little adventurous, you've come to the right place. Verona Beach is a town for lovers, so it's best to keep your eyes and mind open. I won't guarantee you'll fall in love, but a date shouldn't be too hard to arrange. So, what do you think your main problem is? Oh. Am I cursed? Or nobody appreciates me? I don't feel like I'm ugly is the problem. Maybe I'm just underappreciated. You might say it's cursed. Yeah, I think I'm cursed. You have a bad relic. Oh, right. The reason, yeah. The reason I can't get a date is because I play too much Slay the Spire. Yeah, that might be it. Possible. But then it can't hurt to build up some courage if I'm cursed. I don't see how courage is going to solve my curse. No Omamori. Curses take bravery to break, I imagine. So let's make you brave. Okay. I buy that. The first step in love is finding someone with similar interests and talking to them. Like, that seems reasonable. So let's get you some confidence. There's a new fitness fad in Verona. Perfect for meeting people and facing your fears. You have to have an open mind though. You ready? Yeah, what is the fitness fad? What could it be? I don't know. Not yoga. Something more current. Cold yoga. Dungeons! The fitness fad of dungeons. Not sex dungeons, to be clear. Just dungeons. Though I guess there are some parallels. Never mind. Don't think about that. You know, dungeons from like video games or D&D. Like that, but in real life. There's been more monster infestations lately, so people kill them for money. Alright, checks out. It's great for building confidence and also getting a workout. Plus... Wait, hey, I wanted to ask, can you turn into a weapon? Maybe. Can you? That's a weird thing to ask somebody.
Nah.
Nope, but maybe you can. Give it a go. No one has ever asked you that, and you're disappointed. It's true, nobody has ever asked me before if I can turn into a weapon. You squeeze your eyes shut and imagine turning into a sword. Long and sharp. Alright, I'm gonna do that. Did it work? You open your eyes to see if it worked. Nope. Hands are still there. Same old you.
Oh.
It didn't work for you either. Don't look so sad, cuz. You can't do it, right? Me neither. Guess it doesn't run in the family. Transforming's big in Verona Beach. Around here, people like us are called wielders. At least, around the weapons folk. You'll do great. I'm a wielder. Especially after you get a combat lesson from a sword friend of mine. Sword friend. Oh, a friend who is a sword. Okay, got it. I arranged one for this afternoon. Combat lesson. You feel your heart start to thump heavily. Meeting someone? Already? Jesse's eyes widen and he shakes his head. Stop. Take a deep breath. It's not a date. It's a lesson. He's a bit of a straight edge anyway. Yeah, get it? Straight edge? Yeah, okay. Remember, wielding isn't romantic. Perfectly platonic friends can wield each other, okay? Right. Wielding is platonic. If many of your friends turn into weapons. Yes. Perfectly platonic. I wield my friends all the time. The important thing is that you're stronger together. Oh, that's true. So whenever you're ready, get out there and go to the mall. Go to the mall. This game is amusing, yes. This is a very lighthearted game. Why the mall? Apparently, something to do with common fears? I don't know. Ask Isaac. Oh, that makes sense. The mall is scary. The mall has dragons. There be dragons. Something to that effect. He'll be waiting inside. He's a fencing teacher and a perfect professional. And in the meantime, I'll set you up on a proper date. Always check your text messages. Jesse goes to leave, then pauses. I forgot to give you a little tour of the apartment. But this is sort of all there is. All yours. I got like a nice poster. NRMQ? I don't know what that is. Is that a band or something? We got some zines on a pink bookshelf. What else we got? We got some clothes and a full-length mirror. That's nice. Yes, tweens in malls. They are scary. They're perhaps the monsters. I have ideas on how you could use the shelves and desks, but we can talk about that after you've settled in. Okay. Feel free to use a mirror anytime if you want to try some new looks. No pressure.
See ya.
See ya, cuz. Wait. There was something about a phone. Oh, my face might be covering something. Hold on. No, it's not. Okay. Don't forget to meet Isaac at the mall. How do I bring up... Let's look at my phone. Messages. Oh my gosh, so many messages. Hey, it's Jesse. Now you have my number. Don't forget to meet Isaac at the mall. Also, I just saw on the news that there's a weapon thief out there. Weapon people are going missing. Stay safe. Okay. I got inventory. I got my white t-shirt. I got my Dragons Galore zine. I got no gifts. No weapons. Okay. That's my phone. Zines are unavailable. Crafting at the table is unavailable. It's a nice table. I like the desk. Got a mirror. I can probably change my character. Not much else I can do. Let's leave. Okay, so I'm supposed to go to the mall? What looks like a mall? Does it look like a mall? Hello? Probably not in the woods. Oh, there it is. There's the mall. Verona Mall. Be careful, it's dangerous. Dunge. Dunge with a J. Dungeon Fear Unidentified. Verona Mall, floor 1. I'm supposed to meet up with the sword guy, right? Hey, that looks like a sword. You find a long, thin blade. The hilt fits nicely in your grip. A man's voice vibrates from the metal and up through your hand, making you jump.
You must be Jesse's friend. Hi, I'm Isaac.
Isaac the sword?
Indeed. Though I don't require the sword appellate.
Much as you likely aren't the man. I don't know, you can call me Tony the Man. It would be a little weird, but, you know.
At least I'd hope you don't call me the man when I'm in my human form.
Isaac the Man? Exactly.
But I'm indeed in a stock at times. Forgive me for remaining in this form for now. It takes some effort to change shape, and I'd rather focus on the lesson at hand. Your hand on my hilt is as good a handshake as any, after all.
Isaac has such a, like, sultry voice.
Now, if you take a look around, you'll see we're in a mall. A dunge is a place you can confront your insecurities.
Light attack, heavy attack, dodge. Okay.
Here, your own psychology will create monsters to fight. I chose the mall because most people have fears that easily manifest here.
What kind of fears?
It depends on the person. Strangers, inadequacy, sterility, poverty. Everyone's afraid of something.
That's true. I think that's fair. Everyone's afraid of
Let's go
something.
ahead and look around. Let's see if we can find any monsters to fight.
What kind of mall is this? I don't know. One with monsters in it. The mall is the insecurity. This is light attack. Little stab. That's a heavy attack. Okay, everything goes forwards. Oh my goodness, my phone. Wait, I think my face is... Oh, look at that, I'm covering the map. Alright, we're gonna move to the lower right-hand corner. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, we can make it bigger. And dodge. Oddly, I dodged forward. How do I bring up my... Oop, not that. Can I bring up my phone? Oh, okay. That's how I bring up my phone. What are you saying? Oh, my mom has been texting me. My mom says, I miss you. I already miss you. Verona Beach is a big city. It can be dangerous. Always listen to your cousin Jesse. And watch out for pickpockets. Are you okay? Did you find the apartment? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine, Mom. Why would I lie to my mom about my wallet being stolen? Stay on guard, okay? Love you, sweetie. Love you too. Be good. Alright. That seems fun. It is the plus button. It did look like the D-pad, which is why I was pressing it, but it's actually the plus button. Okay, right. Light attack, dodge, heavy attack. Alright, cool. Where do we go now? It looks like we go this way. Oh, there's a monster. Let's show it who's boss. Where? Where? There it is. The flip phone. Alright. No problem. Nicely done. Your form is rough. You have some strong potential. Alright, I'm gonna move myself again. Maybe the lower left? There we go. Good. Yes, your biggest fear, a flip phone. I like complimenting. After 20 years of practice, I better have something to show for it. Now, let's talk about that monster. It came from inside your mind. Really? Flip phones are coming out of my mind. When I first started going to the dungeon as a wielder, I fought a lot of trucks. Trucks? Yes, trucks. Strange as it is, I don't even hate trucks, and yet they manifested. They were monsters, pickup trucks, dump trucks, even cement grinders. It's because I had some issues around masculinity and boyhood, probably from my father. Actually, maybe I move here. We'll try that for a little bit. Eventually, I worked through that and killed a boss monster truck. It felt good. My point is that your phone monsters could mean a few things. Maybe you fear connection to other people and intimacy. Maybe you fear helplessness, crawling like a worm, the way it did. We'll figure it out the deeper we explore into the dungeon. Oh, we're worried about death? Or how deep it is? How deep does it go? As deep as your insecurities, so in a way, it's up to you. We'll just go as deep as we can today. If we get too tired and collapse, that's okay. We'll still get to keep any treasures we find. To avoid fainting, look for beverages. Tea, coffee, that sort of thing. Keep your spirits up. So I think in the top left corner, it looks like I have 3 boba teas. I think that's how I heal. You can hold up to 3 at a time and use them when you need them. Yeah, it looks like little bobas. Oh look, one last observation. You can use the power of zines in combat. Press the zine button to use your dragon's zine, and breathe fire. R-key. Okay. Maybe later you can find a new zine, or even make your own. Nice! Boba with your dumplings. Be sure to not always rely on them though, as their use is limited.
Right.
So be brave, and let's fight as best we can. Together we can overcome anything. Anything you say. Oh look, an extra boba. Except I already have 3, so that didn't do anything. What are these? You found wire. Strong but flexible. Like I want to be. Guess we go this way. Okay. Oh, you're not dead yet? That could have gone much worse. Sure. Did they drop anything? I don't think so. Okay, let's keep going. Doo-doo-doo. What's that? Money. I think I got some money. I got 39 cents. Sugar? The basis of all food? Probably. 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 Some more money. More money. It's a sword. How did it get here? The hilt is cool, almost cold to the touch, but it quickly warms under your hand. The blade begins to transform. Yeah, I'm picking up change from the floor in the wall. I feel like it should be out of a fountain or something. Alright.
Whoa. Well, hello, you two.
Sunder.
Name's Sunder.
Sunder, you know, deals like 24 damage, and if it kills, you get 3 energy back. Sunder.
Isaac Brooks. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Unusual to be here without a wielder, no?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not really sure how I got here. Last thing I remember is someone in a cloak, chanting. And now I'm all dinged up.
You don't look dinged up.
I must have made someone really angry if they abducted me and chipped me, whoever they are. But my luck is turning around because here you are.
This guy's very forward.
I didn't think anyone like you would be in the dungeon. Yeah, you. I'm not talking to the monsters, that's for sure.
There were other options.
Oh, if you're into it. Maybe we can go on a date later. Would that be okay?
This guy's very forward. I'm going to deflect the question and not answer.
I'm both. Don't tell me you're obsessed with body binaries. Turns out there's very few mutual exclusivities out there in the world. If we fight together, I'll protect you. All in, no matter the shape of this body. Maybe together we can figure out how I got down here. I mean, who would leave me here and not keep me in their embrace forever, right?
Is he like basically flashing himself at me? Wow. Where did the rose come from?
A little, but my pride more than anything. I'm sure Isaac can explain. Now I'll just cut my way out of here while you two finish up your run. Here's my number. I'll text you.
The damaged blade saunters away, seeming almost to dance.
He was knocked out, damaged, and imprisoned here? Weapon forms heal quickly, as they are made from our spirits more than our bodies. Still, this is serious. I'll report our findings to the authorities. I hope the abductor can be caught. Let's keep our eye out for any other victims as we explore the dungeon.
Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa! Where did you all come from? Am I not supposed to survive this? Alright, alright. Hello, Brad! Good morning! We are fighting... I don't know, something. Whoops, that fireball missed. There we go. Oh, that barely did a thing. Alright. Ow. We're stabbing... Oh, my aim is bad. Oh my goodness. We are out of healing. I think I'm supposed to die here.
Is this
Then I die. Hello, Brad! Oh, you subbed in your contacts. I'm sorry. I'm a wielder level 2. Enemy slain, blah blah blah. Faults found, okay. Alright. I've maxed my love rank with Isaac. Oh no. But I've collapsed in the dungeon. The mall. You feel the paramedics gently bring you to the surface and back to consciousness. You're bone tired and otherwise unharmed. You realize you're still holding a sword. Hopefully that's Isaac.
And that concludes our first lesson. Would you mind releasing me? Not a problem at all.
The blade begins to transform. Oh yeah, we never saw Isaac in human form. It feels very much like, the wine glass.
Truly, enchanté.
It feels like a Sailor Moon transformation.
It was a pleasure to train with you. Thank you. But I must get back to work. If I may say, your fencing style is rough, but has unusual potential. If you're interested in refining your form, come by my office. I have the gear necessary for lessons. We still have no leads on finding the source of your insecurities that form these monsters. So feel free to call upon me in the future when you need a dungeon delving partner. Until next time, then.
With a small bow, he strides away. Is he a weapon or a therapist? Oh, I mean, he could be both. Alright, text messages. Did you make it to the dungeon? Report in, soldier. This is from Jesse, our cousin. I met the sword man. So, how did it go? Wait, don't answer that. Let's talk in person. Okay. He didn't tell me he was hot, but I have a sneaky suspicion every character in this game is hot.
Hey, cuz. I heard you, picked up Isaac. And he says you're a natural.
So do you want to talk about Isaac or the other sword we found?
Whoa, 2 swords in one day. What are the odds? Anyway, I'm glad it worked out.
Isaac said you might be afraid of technology or change. Either way, I trust you'll work on it together. Even if you're not into him, it's good practice being normal, alone with a handsome stranger. Maybe we should add a points reward to claim talk options. Possibly. It's a little hard, right? Because there's like a short delay. So I guess I'm not sure how long I should wait when the options there are. In case you know, you might get nervous at all about the idea of dating. I think it was a good idea. It was also very good from a tutorial's point of view. You realize you do indeed feel a bit more relaxed about the idea of a first date. Jesse squints at you.
Ah,
Nerves are that bad, huh? At least you've gained a bit of confidence. I've gained confidence in my ability to fight in a dungeon. Well, lucky you. I went to high school with a guy that runs a sword shop, and he's single. At least, that's what Eric's online profile says. I haven't seen him in person in years. He might be the only guy in town who knows more about swords than Isaac. But I got his number.
aha!
There it is. There we go. He's free for coffee tomorrow. Are you in? Sure. I'll go, but not as a date. Just to be clear.
Uh-huh.
We're not gonna be too easy here. Whatever you want, cuz. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., he'll be at Kix, the cafe just down the street. Remember, it's just coffee. Isn't that like a dating website called It's Just Coffee? Talk about dungeons, get to know him. This summer won't last forever, and you've got to meet new people sometime. So let's roleplay. Have some practice. I'll be Eric. No pressure, just try it out. This is a little weird. A little weird my cousin pretending to be... Anyway. Okay, you've just entered the cafe. I'm Eric, and I'm sitting here waiting for you. What do you say? I saw this on another streamer. Date time is a hilarious answer. It's not one I would actually say. I just think it's hilarious. Let's kiss also seems very forward. I would say hi. I don't think I would say date time or let's kiss. Also, it's just coffee. Let's kiss. You try to say hi, but your breath catches in your throat and you start coughing. That actually sounds like something that would happen. Do we have severe social anxiety? Let's kiss is a real icebreaker. Maybe try in the mirror tonight. Yes, I will say let's kiss into the mirror tonight. This might be more work than I thought, but that's okay. You'll do fine. Practice makes perfect. Brad isn't wrong. The ice is definitely broken after that.
See ya.
Good luck tomorrow, cuz. Yes, he leaves. You have a few extra hours. How will you spend the evening? Alright. Alright, chat. What should we do? I feel like browsing the internet's a little sketch. What am I doing on the internet? Am I, like, researching these people? Should I go for a... I would either go for a walk or investigate the cafe. I do like the idea of investigating the cafe. That sounds like something I would do in real life, where, like, if I was supposed to meet somebody tomorrow, I would, like, at a place I haven't been before, I would probably, like, scope it out in advance to know, like, what I'm getting into. Who would have browsed the internet? Get all up in Twitter? I'm not sure I get to choose the internet. Also, we're spending the summer in Verona Beach. We don't want to spend the whole time on the internet. We could have done that from wherever we used to live. You head downstairs and immediately find Kix. It's just on the corner. You go inside. It looks open and mostly empty. I mean, it is evening.
Welcome to Kix.
Oh. We're not gonna order a coffee because then we'll be up all night with the caffeine. So we'll just have a pastry. Pastry is fine. We exercised in the dungeon all day, so we deserve a treat.
Sure thing. One chocolate croissant coming right up.
While you eat your pastry, you look around. It seems cozy and well lit, but there's only one exit. Why? Scoping the exits is a little weird. I'm not that paranoid. You make a mental note to sit close to the escape route, just in case. Alright, this character's a little bit more paranoid than I am. It's a bit more than what I wanted. You head home and go to bed, feeling better prepared. You wake up paralyzed with deep, inexplicable fear. Today will be your first date. It's not a date, it's just coffee. For the rest of your life. What if? Oh yeah, the premise of the game is that I've never been on a date. You're not even sure what you're afraid of, but it feels like you can't breathe. I feel like I've read on the internet, counting to 10 is a good way to, like, calm your fears. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm ready for dating. What did you miss, Mary? You missed Isaac the sword, and then we met another sword, whose name I forget, and we are about to go on a date with somebody named Eric. No, we're about to get coffee. Except we're very, yes, we're very... Oh, Sunder. Yes, we met Sunder in the mall. And so we have just woken up on the day of our coffee with Eric, and we are feeling very stressed. I will count to 10. I feel like that is something recommended. You slowly count, focusing your thoughts. 1, 2, 3, and you feel better. I feel like I read about that on the internet or something. You get up and walk down to the coffee shop.
Oh, welcome back to Kicks.
That's right. Your scouting last night makes you feel a bit more at ease. I think the man in the corner is waiting for you. We shouldn't date. Time to just go back to Reddit. This is why we didn't go on the internet. The internet's not gonna help us, you know, date people. You look around and see someone waving at you.
Hey, you're Jesse's cousin, right? I'm Eric.
Hi, Eric. You look like a doctor in that white shirt.
Now tell me everything you know about swords. Do you prefer one or two-handed?
I feel like this is not very subtle small talk. You kind of love him already? Get back on farmersonly.com? Yeah, that's a thing. What about JDate? Yeah. Hello, I'm a human. I eat food and breathe air. How about you?
Ugh.
Yes? Oh, a human too. How surprising. Blah blah. Is he being snarky? I really like round glasses and people who wear them. Huh. Yeah, they're not that common these days, right? Look, I don't mean to be rude. You're attractive, obviously. But I run a business. I can't waste my time. Wait, what is your business that involves... Surely we can jump straight to the shared interests.
I sometimes like the speed of one-handed weapons, but it's a rush to use the heft of two hands.
He waggles his eyebrows playfully. I see. He's not very subtle. This guy loves capitalism. Tell him to go screw. You're a leftist. It's true.
Jesse said you're a dungeon crawling type, so I thought I'd offer my help finding a weapon.
I mean, I did find one. Maybe I will let him know. Although, we didn't choose to wield Sunder. Found one on the street? It can't be that good. No, in the dungeon. Oh, you mean a person who becomes a weapon? Nah, that's not really for me. Totally cool if you're into it. But my shop sells only pure steel. Some imported, some made on site. Oh, I see. So there are weapons that can turn into people, or people that can turn into weapons, and there are just regular weapons. Yeah, he has normal weapons. Yes. Maybe I could give a discount to a fellow enthusiast who'd give my blades a good home. You seem like the kind of man who appreciates fine craftsmanship. Wait. So you're a
Exactly.
smith? Yes. I see. He's a weaponsmith. I take raw, dirty hunks of metal, and with the finesse and strength, turn them into art. He's not a doctor. He's a weaponsmith. You would think he'd wear like a darker color. Well, I try anyway. I'm still learning. Video tutorials can only teach you so much, you know? Wait a minute. You're a self-taught weaponsmith? You didn't like go to school for this or anything, or have an apprenticeship? You're just like watching videos on YouTube? Maybe someday I'll make something beautiful enough for you to wield. It's fine, a lot of dates end in murder. It's not a date, it's just coffee. For now, here's a gift from a fellow craftsman. Maybe you can do something with these. You found plastic, a modern miracle. Plastic is a modern miracle. You found bracelets recipe. Check it out at your workbench. Oh, I think in our apartment. You think you could make something out of this stuff? Anyway, I should get back to the shop. Want to go on a proper date sometimes? Maybe I need more frivolity in my... Frivolity. Maybe I need more frivolity in my life. I just imagine him giving you an empty water bottle. I'm not that into Eric. He seems a little, snarky. Yeah. So, I'm going to decline by saying I'll think about it. I wish there was a more firm no, but I guess I think about it. I'll think about it as close as we can get to know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell him he'll think about it. I only had those two options. It was either that or agree to it. If you need a weapon, maybe I'll see you soon anyway. Ciao. Say go fuck yourself. I don't have that power. You head home. Bye, Eric. Alright, so oh, let's check text messages. Okay, Jesse. You did it! You went on a date, sort of. How'd it go? I think poop emoji is better. Well, maybe we can't burn the bridge in case we... yes. Maybe we don't want to completely burn the bridge. Don't worry about it. Most first dates aren't great. But you did it. And you still have most of the summer left. You're now infinitely more date experience than you were yesterday. Well, that's true. 1 is infinitely more than 0. Plus, I'll find you another date venture soon. I want to date weapons. What about Isaac? What about Eric? I think I want to date weapons. Yeah, I want to date weapons. I'll see what I can do. I promised your mom I would help after all, so I'm gonna find you someone nice. Chill and dunge for now. Or use a crafting table I left in the apartment. You can get craft supplies, clothes, and other supplies from shops around town too. I'll let you know when your next date is set up. It's weird to have like... It's like a personal assistant who's like trying to find dates for me. It's a little weird. Sunder. Oh yeah, we met Sunder in the mall. We have a whole 73 cents or something. That's right, we can't really buy much. Go to Michael's and get some crafting supplies. You like dancing? Not really. I mean, with the sheer social anxiety that my character has, surely I do not enjoy dancing. That involves a level of self-confidence that this character has not demonstrated. Well, what about a free drink? Come to my club, La Rosa. VIP. I have no choice. I have to be there. Apparently. Alright, I'll be there. Yeah, dancing on my own. Or I'm having a me party from the Muppets. Okay. Cool, me too. Just tell the bouncer you're with me. Alright. Isaac. Dear Tony, I'm available for lessons. I'll provide equipment at my office, Brooks Associates, if you wish. Sincerely, Isaac. Isaac is so formal. Who writes sincerely and their name in a text message? Sunder is your boy, Artemis. Yeah, it's not a letter. That's right. Who writes sincerely in their name? A middle-aged man in flannel is hooked up at the club. Yeah. I must study the vernacular of text. Perhaps you can instruct me at our meeting. Looking forward to it. Wait, did I agree? Okay. Okay. I think we're all caught up on text messages. We have 2 sugars, 8 cables, and 1 plastic. Oh, we have $1.51. Okay, let's oh, I see. Yes. We were throwing fireballs. Okay, what can we craft? Oh yeah, we have the bracelet recipe. It takes 1 plastic and 3 cables, wires. And it'll make a bracelet? Sure, let's make a bracelet. Oh, it's just like Animal Crossing. Okay. Wait for a gift opportunity to give it to someone special. Oh, it's not for me? I didn't make the bracelet for myself? They're like friendship bracelets. Alright. They look nice. Although we did make him out of plastic. We can change our appearance. We have our phone. Okay, I think that's it. Let's go up. Where do we want to go? I think we can go to... Okay, we go to La Rosa's. We can go on a date with Sunder. We can go shopping. We can go to this other shop. We can go to Brooks Associates and get a lesson from Isaac. Should we go here because there are exclamation points? You see what I posted on Twitter? Get out there. I think we should go shopping because there are exclamation points. Even though I only have $1.50. Welcome. $5? $12? We can't afford this. Who do you think I am? Scrooge McDuck? What? I think that's it. There's nothing else here. An orange jumpsuit? You can get an orange Julius. Yeah, we're broke. Okay. Goodbye. Why did we have exclamation points there? I could go shopping. I could go shopping, except I have no money. What else we got? Let's go to this other shop. You approach the historic El Granero Theater and its remarkable unhistoric ticket machines. What? $110 for the opera? $80 for a concert, which I assume is like an orchestra concert. Oh no, up-and-coming duo Marsky and McQueen. It's a duo? What is it, like folksy? You think the opera is cheap? It's for rich bitches. It's true. It does look like it's 2 tickets for $110, which is probably about right. I think that's about accurate. Actually, I think the opera here is more expensive than that. But you can probably get $50 tickets. Anyway. As you leave, you notice the Los Angeles Ballet Company is visiting later this summer. Oh yeah, see, we are in Southern California. Okay. I guess we're gonna go hang out with Isaac, because we like him more than Sunder. I mean, Sunder's okay too, but... I kind of like Isaac's super formalness. Excessive formalness. You stopped by Isaac's office. You stopped at Isaac's office by his assistant. Yes, I can train. Excuse me, do you have an appointment with Mr. Brooks? I think so. I think over text message he was saying I should stop in.
Well, hello.
Tony, you made it. Christine, Tony is always welcome here. Yes, Mr. Brooks. It's good to see you. I was hoping you would take up my offer. Let's begin. Do you prefer foil, saber, or epi? Is it pronounced epi? They're all like fencing weapons, right?
Hmm?
Epee. Epee. Alright, epee. So you wish you were stronger. Perhaps took up more space. Interesting. This guy's dressed like a VC. Don't trust him if he does turn into a sword. He shrugs on his fencing gear with practiced ease. There we go. Now he doesn't look like a VC anymore. He looks like a fencing instructor. Now, stand straight up with your blade out, towards my heart. Turn to regard me from the side, over your shoulder and hip. Like this. This is the on guard stance. You're quite literally on guard. We will begin with the basic movement. Looking into my eyes, advance towards me. Front foot, then back foot. I think we step forward. He's not telling me to lunge. Try lifting your toes first. Don't cross the legs. Now in foil, you can only score by hitting the torso. In saber, the upper body. But in the dungeons, you don't need to score points with any judges. I suppose that means we should use epee. Epee rules. Any hit counts. Let's try a lunge attack. Extend your front leg with all your weight, keeping your front foot flat. No bent ankle. You lunge heavily forward, feeling a little awkward. Yeah, I would feel awkward. Not bad. You have talent. That's very kind of you to say. Love rank 1. Holding roll, the roll button lets you counterattack if used just before an incoming attack. Oh. Okay. Oh, it looks like we've reached a new level of understanding, so now you can parry with me. The more time we spend together, the better we'll be able to fight together. Yeah, I think that's a basic mechanic of the game. The more you, spend time with a specific weapon, you, level up. This means something different for each weapon. For me, parrying is a friends-only maneuver. To parry in the dungeon, hold dodge just before the enemy attacks hit to automatically counter. Alright, it's like parry in fighting games. That's a special move only you and I can do together, so don't forget. You can also check out our parry and the combo details in your phone later. But for now, shall we take a break? He loosens his gloves and removes his fencing jacket. If you'd like to keep training with me, perhaps we should get to know each other better. Oh. Is now an appropriate time to talk to him, or should I ask him out to dinner? Don't I know what he does? He trains. I think we should get dinner. It seems inappropriate to ask him personal questions while he's working. Sorry, but I have an appointment this evening. Soon, actually. Thank you for asking, though. What about you? You're a dashing dunge hero now, right? What do your parents think about your dangerous profession? Do they approve? Mom always supports me. I think that's true. It does seem like my mom always supports me. I'm glad she respects your choices. It's heartening to know that such parents exist. Does your mother adopt? Aw, Isaac falls silent for a moment, thoughtful. I do prefer life on the straight and narrow. There's a knock on the door. 1 minute, please. Isaac, what are you doing? Who is this? Shouldn't you be working? Oh no, is this Isaac's father? I said 1 minute, please. You can wait in the lobby. Throw this guy in the trash and tell some other short guy let's get. So you're just going to keep, I guess, waiting while you faff around about? Vincent, you're 20 minutes early for our appointment. I thought I might have some priority in the life of my only child. It is a little weird that Isaac refers to his dad by his first name. I would exit. I do not want any part in this. I'm terribly sorry, Tony. It seems I am occupied. I'll just go. I'll text you to set up our next appointment. You're texting now? What's next in your slumming schedule? Wow, why are you so angry about your son texting? Will you drink water from plastic bottles too? Horrifying. Are there any depths you won't stoop to? Wow, Vincent's really mean. And I slip out the door. I would just leave. Eavesdropping. I actually don't want to know about this. Vincent does not seem like a nice guy. You head home. So many messages. Jesse. No, that's not new. Isaac. Sorry we were interrupted. But do you care for business talk? Sure. I love it. I love business talk. Perhaps I'll advise you when I'm next audited then. I'm not a fan myself. Maybe I'll explain how I got into this someday. Okay. Hi, Mom. Honey, I know you're always been afraid of change, and I'm glad you're facing your fears. I believe in you. But Jesse says you're fighting monsters? I hope you'd pick a less dangerous career, like cobra wrestling or wreck diving. Do I have health care? Don't reply to your mom's messages. Be like, no. My mom has been very supportive of me so far. You missed the part where they asked if you even want to have your mom text you. This game is very thoughtful, and if you do not want to text with your mom, you don't have to. They will completely cut that part out of the game. But I'm going to tell her I'll be careful. I'm not convinced I have healthcare. And I don't feel like having healthcare is an excuse for a dangerous profession anyway. Good, that's my boy. Alright. If something happens to you, I don't know what I'd do. Of course, I support you, no matter what. But be safe. I will. I would say no, my mom's great, but text messages. Thank you, says my mom. Okay. Hey, I'm really glad Jesse introduced us. Hi. You should come by Naked Steel sometime. That's the name of your store? Our scimitars have scintillating curves. Special price for a special guy. What do you say? I'll think about it. I mean, I'll check it out, but, you know. Up to you, of course. I'll be waiting and hoping. Prayer hands. Or new phone who did. Okay, I think we're all caught up on messages. I don't think we can really craft anything new. We just have our bracelets. Oh, it looks like the recipe got used up when we made the bracelets. Okay, let's leave. Give him the ellipses. Yeah, I guess that would have been okay. I want to go to the mall. I want to fight more. I see, there's Naked Steel. I see, that would be a date. I don't want to go on a date with him. Yeah, let's go fight. Let's fight stuff.
Let's face your fears together.
Ow. I could dodge those things. Ow. Alright. I think I need to be better about dodging. Oh wait, was there a door up here? Is this a door? No. Oh yeah, maybe I should work on parry? Ah, so many things. That like barely did anything. Alright, hide. Fireball. Ow. That fireball did not hit anything. Whoa. Wait till after he shoots and then attack. That old technology symbolizes change, I believe. Alright. We survived. We used a lot of healing, though. Hey, we made it down to the next floor, though. Next level. Let's see. Hey, new sword. Who is this? The hilt is wrapped in several layers of leather and double-edged blade, and the double-edged blade is chipped.
What the hell? Could you not just, like, grab me without warning? I know tradition is all choose your weapon, but consent is important.
I'm sorry. I didn't know, but also I'm sorry.
No,
I feel like...
it's okay. I'm sorry, too. I didn't mean to snap, I'm not sure what's going on. I was out at night, as you do, and then, bam! I'm here, my blade hurts, monsters everywhere. I'm Valeria. Nice to meet you. Sort of.
I'm curious to understand the abduction. It sounds like you were like roofied or something, which sounds bad.
I guess so. And damaged, too. Normally, I'd switch to human form around now, to be polite.
I like Valeria so far, too. You should take the sword to counseling.
But I don't know you. I'm still recovering from whatever just happened. I'd rather play it safe. And I'm certainly not going to put myself in a stranger's hands and let you use me.
That's fair enough. Trust you, too? I don't know what that is in response to. I don't think I'd respond with it's a good person. I like fair enough, but maybe I'll trust you too? How do I make Valera feel more at ease? We'll go with I'll trust you too. Fair enough sounds good? I'm a good person always works? I don't think that works. The only person who says that is somebody who's like, maybe not a good person. Who goes around advertising that they're a good person? But I'm a good person. Exactly. It sounds suspect when you say it.
I can take care of myself. Mostly. I could use some extra cash, though, so... I'll keep in touch. Ciao, for now.
Alright, we did not open that storyline. Okay. Wow. I actually hit something with the fireball. Uh-oh. Whoops. Fireball to nowhere. I was trying to heal, but instead I threw a fireball. Hey, survived. A thrilling victory. Hey look, I can heal. Boba! Alright. We can go down. Did we miss something? I feel like there was another direction we could have gone. Yes. I don't think we've been this way. Another fireball. Another weapon. Wait a second. Let's pick these things up first. More wire. Alright. What the? That was not what I was expecting. Run away. Challenge complete. Hey, I got some money out of it. Okay, cool. Ooh, that's a nice cat statue. Hold on. before we do that, pick up some items. Alright, now let's talk to the cat. Isaac looks up at the sculptures thoughtfully. I am burning through my healing items, but fortunately the game is generous. It's lovely. I often like to think of cats when I'm fencing. Isaac is a cat person. I like that about Isaac. They have such poise and grace, especially when they hunt. But perhaps you prefer dogs. Dogs are the best. I do love all animals, though. But mainly it's just because I'm allergic to cats.
Oh?
But that's not the animal's fault. I love all animals. Even snakes? Yuck. You must be a saint. What? Snakes can be nice. He touches your hand and smiles. Because I like all animals, I feel like that is not a rare position to take. Would you like to offer a gift? Oh, to Isaac? Sure. Oh, should I give him the bracelets? Do I want to advance with Isaac? I actually want to figure out more about Valera. You decide not to give a gift right now, so I'm going to save my fancy bracelets for later. Shall we resume? It looks like there's something over here. You found a leather jacket recipe. Check it out at your workbench. Alright, now I think we go to next level. We'll roll around. As you do in dungeon crawlers, you roll around because it's faster. Alright. Next level. Every floor appears to start the same. I think they are randomly generated. Oh. Okay. What are these? Do they fall? No. It's just a really crappy mall. Okay. Looking at the map, it looked like I can go this way. Alright, we got some plastic and sugar. I guess we'll keep going this way, but it looks like we missed a section, so we'll have to go back. Ow. Okay. Not so bad. Plenty of healing items. What is going on here? It looks like an arcade? ATM? Oh, I couldn't possibly. I don't know anything about these kinds of games. I wasn't allowed near them as a child, and these days I don't have time. I'll watch you though. They look quite exciting. What do you want to play? Street Puncher? Chronocyte Pinball? Or Dog Walker? What type of game is Dog Walker? We're gonna go with Street Puncher.
Oh?
Those little cartoons are quite violent, aren't they? You find a few rounds, the machine's buttons are a little sticky due to neglect. Eventually you run out of tokens. Video games are surely a waste of time, but I'm glad you had fun. I'm not going to offer you a gift. I enjoy playing video games, clearly, so... I think maybe Isaac is not for me. Back to it, shall we? Okay. Ow. Oh, that's a hole. I cannot go through that. Uh-oh. Things are looking grim. Oh no! We slayed lots of things. We found a vault. We found a couple hangout spots. It's fine. Dying is part of this game. That's just how you progress to the next day. Okay. Messages. Valera. Hey, this is Dagger you met. Name's Valera. You want to meet up sometime? Yes. That's it? Was that not a clear confirmation? Is that the end of the texting? Dying is part of the game, we don't have to do it so easily. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Just says you went on a date. They better have treated you well. You only deserve the best, you know. Thanks, Mom. I don't have a relationship like this with any of my parents in real life, but it would be nice. It's nice to pretend that I do. Thanks, Mom. Sorry. I'll let you do your thing. But if they hurt you, tell me Mama will take care of it. Stabs. Knife. I didn't click... You're right. I didn't click sure, but I thought thumbs up was like the same thing. I thought that also meant yes. Tell your mom to go screw. Why? She's so nice. Why would I be so mean to my mom? It's crazy Jesse has a cousin like you. He's a loser, or was, in high school. No offense. Wow. Eric, what prompted that? Whoa, Chad is working through some family trauma today. Centered at minimum. Alright. Back off, Eric. I'm going to defend my cousin. Right. The entrepreneur. A loser. Talk to you later, hottie. Yeah, please don't call me that. Eric, you're kind of a jerk. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we can make something. We picked up a recipe. Leather jacket, but we need 5 more wire and some red item. It looks like a red carpet, but maybe it's just red fabric. And how much money do we have? I think that's on our phone. We have $12.71. We can almost go to the opera, by which I mean we cannot go to the opera. And I still think we only have the one zine. Okay. Where's that airplane going? I guess we should go on this date with Sunder? I don't really want to. Should I go talk to Eric? Oh, who lives out here? What is over here? Nothing. Just this big fancy house. So who's the best weapon so far? We've only used one weapon so far. We should maybe go on a different date so we can use a different weapon. Alright. We'll go on a date with Sunder. Sunder's a little forward. I'm with Sunder. The bouncer unclips the velvet rope and you step inside. There's Sunder. Sunder is venting to a woman sitting next to him in the VIP area. But I just can't feel a real connection, you know? I wish I had like better voices, like maybe like a Fabio voice for Sunder, but I don't. Join the club. And without love, what's the point? Hey Tony, do you believe in soulmates? Sunder's jacket is gonna last if he wears it without a shirt. I don't think that he's worried about that. Do I believe in soulmates? I want to. Sunder hesitates, eyeing you. You wonder if you said something wrong. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Me too. I just keep getting so disappointed. I'm not sure anymore. Cut. Finishers cause enemies to bleed. They make it look so easy in the movies. Romance has been dead at least 500 years. Yeah, so Tony, this is Mandy. She's my business partner, co-owner of the club. Charmed, I'm sure. And what kind of sword do you turn into again? No, he's a wielder. I literally told you 5 minutes ago. Are you listening at all? What'd you say?
Nah.
You know, never mind. This is a good song. It's time to dance. I know you said you're not really into dancing, but I'm feeling healed from my abduction and done jolly. What about you? Sure. Let's dance. Yes, tonight we dance like we're going to die in 50 years. Woo. What? We are. 50 years? Yeah, maybe. That sounds about right. Whatever, idiot. Mandy kisses and bounces around the cheek as she leads you and Sunder to the dance floor. Sunder mostly sways and sips his drink, but Mandy dances with abandon. You can feel the music thumping in your chest. Alright. So I try to dance? I think I try to dance. No? I mean, we are at a club. We should try to dance. It'll probably go horribly wrong, but I mean, when in Rome. You take a chance, and you put your heart into every motion. Mandy takes it as invitation to dance very, very close to you. I didn't know Mandy was considering. Sunder smiles and leaves the dance floor in the direction of the bathroom. Mandy leans in, her breath warm in your ear. You should really be careful, little one. Wait, what are you trying to tell me? Sunder eats up lovers one by one. He seems nice, but he's double-edged. Ah yes, a double-edged sword. I know you said you're looking for a soulmate, so... Believe me, Sunder isn't it. He lies and he's dangerous. Sandman! Welcome! Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. How? Oh no, I played this game. How was Gartic Phone? What was... Gartic was good. We made a lot of trippy ships. It was a lot of fun. Good community game. Yes. It was good. I was glad to see so many people playing Gartic Phone. Yeah. I had never played it before, but it was really fun. The couple rounds that I did. The animations. I watched a little bit of the animations as well. But yeah, it was fun. Thank you for the follow, Panda from the North. There's my attempt at a heart. How is this? You've heard good things. It's good so far. I want to unlock more characters that I can date. Sunder is maybe not the sword for me. Master Trolls, thank you for the follow. And Sunder is using me. Part of it is his addiction, but he's too selfish and violent to be a good boyfriend. Yeah, wait. All of these are great responses. Well, maybe not I'd rather be with you. But also it's unclear why you're his friend. Are you talking about drugs and violence? That was a very loaded sentence. Part of his addiction, and he's too selfish and to be a good boyfriend. You go strange, I'd rather be with you. I don't think Mandy's an actual option, because I don't think she's a weapon. Yeah, violence? There's so much in this statement. Addiction and violence?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in my experience, no matter what they say, people don't change. They don't have to be weapons, but it's guys only, so yeah. I read that it's not all guys. We met Valera. Valera the dagger. But I like you. You're sweet. I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm just trying to help. Be careful. Anyway, I gotta go. Good luck. Mandy kisses you on the cheek and leaves. Mandy seems nice. She's looking out for me. Valera. Oh, like the gas station. I keep thinking it's Valera because that's the character in Hearthstone or World of Warcraft who, like, has knives, is a rogue. The crowd parts with around the sword that seems to be dancing its way towards you. Oh, it actually is Valera. Sunder. Mandy left, huh? Just us two now. Let's enjoy this moment while we can. I'm not gonna out Mandy, because that seems a little uncool. But I think I will skip Sunder. Valera. I'm leaving. Goodbye, Sunder. Alright, but you know, you don't need any beauty sleep, handsome. Hold on. Let me say goodbye in my human form. I want to look into your eyes. Wait, so when in weapon form, they don't have eyes? Let's go to the dungeon again sometime, yeah? See you later, I hope. You head home. Alright. Who's texting me? Valeria. It's with an I. Valeria. Okay. Was thinking of going to the park. You free? Yes. Let's go to the park. I like going to the park. That seems like a safe date. See you by the pond. Hey cutie, sorry if I'm too flirty. You can tell me to back off, but this is how I am. Flower emoji. And even though you said you don't like dancing, you're a good dancer. Yeah, I'm not into his abbreviated texting. We're not doing you are too. Artemis like Sunder. Swords should have eyes. Thank you for hanging out, Master Trolls. Sunder's blade is epic. Thank you for hanging out, Master Troll, and Trolls, and thank you for the follow. Have a good night. Artemis likes a bad boys. Yes. Is that code for something? Only if you want it to be. Let's go again sometime. Alright. What does mom have to say? This just says you're fighting your inner demons in the dungeon. So it's kind of like therapy, but with swords. Yeah, I think that's right. This game is therapy in a way. The Sunder is like a young Lorenzo Lamas. Well, that's good. Sounds healthier than I thought. At least if you don't take any permanent damage. Oops. Therapy is important. Especially when you're feeling on edge. Wink. I never told you this, but I went to therapy for 12 years. It helped me grow and level up as a person. Oh. Oh. That was very, Mom is being very vulnerable with me and sharing with me that she went to therapy for 12 years. So I think that's very nice of her. I'll try to do the same. Yeah, vulnerable. That's right. That's my boy. Art. See you by the pond. I want to go to the pond. I want to hang out with Valeria. Valeria. Pacific Park. Oh, I thought this was a golf course. But I guess it's just a park. You arrive at the park, but you don't see anyone at first. Then you notice a metallic gleam on a bench nearby. Hello? Oh yeah, Sailor Moon transformation. Is she an artist? Ah, that's better.
Huh.
She stops and gives you a piercing look, up and down. Does this game have golfing? Yeah, she's very cool. She has really good hair. And a lot of bracelets already. Maybe she would like it if I gave her a bracelet. She has a lot of jewelry going on. She stops to give you a piercing look, up and down.
Huh?
Hey, wow. I really didn't get a proper look at you in the dungeon. You're cute. Wink. I want to say thanks, you two. I want to say both. Why? That's right. There was a tweet from this other Twitch streamer, the Asian Avenger, who he mentioned that he was out and about and somebody randomly walked up to him and told him he looked cute, and he responded with, "Why?" and mostly he was just embarrassed for having responded to "You look cute" with "Why?" Yes, if you look up the Asian Avenger on Twitter. Yeah, it makes sense to me. I don't think yeah, that is not the response to "you're cute." Alright, I'm gonna say you two. I want to say thanks, you two, but we'll go with you two. Oh well, to tell the truth, I got a little dressed up. Yeah, you look very dressed up.
Thanks.
By the way, thanks for meeting me in public. I know you're the one who rescued me, but I still don't know how I got down there. That's good. Having a healthy distrust of meeting in private seems okay. Or how my blade got chipped. In an ironic twist, someone clearly backstabbed me. So I'm a little jumpy. I can't tell if this is a reference to World of Warcraft and Hearthstone. Because backstab is like one of the cards that Valeria plays. Anyway. Besides, safety first, just in case you're an axe murderer.
Huh.
Though I suppose you're more likely to just turn out to be an axe. Not that it'd be a problem if you were. That'd be hypothetical given my own. She leans closer and lowers her voice dramatically. Situation. Never meet your Tinder matches in private. Meet them in police stations so you can both get beat up by fascist thugs. Sounds like good advice. So, what is it? You know, your deal. You can tell me. I won't judge you. I just prefer to know up front before anything happens. I'm not sure what my deal is. I certainly don't have a deal, and I'm not sure what my deal is. But, so something's gonna happen sounds a little forward. I think we'll just be honest and be like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Well, I haven't heard that one before, at least. Maybe it'll be fun to find out what it is together. I mean, I feel like I just got dumped into this town, Verona Beach, and my character got peer pressured into it from my mom and my cousin to start going on dates with random people. A man approaches you, eyeing you suspiciously. Can we help you? Everything alright, V?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything's peachy. Thanks. See you later. Does she know this guy? The man stares you down a moment longer before moving on. This guy looks unhoused. Do you need some help? Sorry, that's a friend. Checking in to see I haven't been axe murdered. As this guy will sell you some blow. That seems unfair to assume that he's going to sell drugs because he's unhoused. Unhoused is the PC term these days. Yet, anyway. Look, don't take this the wrong way. But your story is too convenient. You're from out of town, a newbie, never dated before. Yet you're also charming and apparently great at combat. Something doesn't add up. Yeah, nobody's called me charming yet, as far as I know. Let's be clear here. That's sweet, but I have trouble believing it. The truth is we barely know each other. That's true. She stands. You know you have to say something or you'll never see her again. Let's get to know me then. You feel a little breathless at your own daring, but Valera's eyes warm a little. I suppose that's why I came to Verona Beach. New start, new friends. There we go. Enemies can get confused when you roll out of sight. I'm not sure what confusion means for the enemies, but okay. And if you turn out to be an evil mastermind, well, keep your enemies close, right? Right. That's correct. C'est la vie. Would you like to offer a gift? Yes. I saved my bracelets for you, because you have lots of bracelets, and you would probably like them. These are exactly my style. You have a good eye. Thank you.
Ciao.
With one last wary look, she stalks away through the park. You head home. She was already standing. On your way home, you find a rose at your doorstep. That seems like it's from Sunder. There's a note that reads, thinking of you, Eric. Oh no, it's from Eric. We have yet to go to Eric's smithing store. You carry it inside. Alright. All sorts of messages. Valeria. Next time a real date, one where I don't accuse you of being a murderer. Or an axe. Though I knew a nice one. Though I knew a nice one once. I knew a nice axe one. Although I think my blade is mostly healed. Anyway, I think my blade's almost healed. Glad to hear it. I'll let you know when I think of a date we can go on. Let's go to the dungeon in the meantime. Hey, you up? Sunder's a little forward for my taste. I was feeling extra sharp today. Sir, it didn't happen. Am I asking for dick pics? What am I asking for here? Alright. Pixar didn't happen. Oh, sword on a bed. It's okay. I can insult him. I don't think I want to kiss it. So that's the kind of guy where you don't have to ask. Yeah, basically. Insult him? Yeah, it's okay. That'll really knock him down a peg or two. Hey, you're the one who wanted pick. I'll come with a better one next time, maybe. See you in the dungeon. I was so worried you went off to Verona Beach on your own. But you're doing great. Facing fears, finding friends. I'm amazed. It makes me proud. My little baby bird flying on his own. I feel like both of these are weird. But I guess you don't miss me? Are you serious right now? Of course. You're the love of my life. You know that. Aw, thanks, Mom. I try to stay out of your way, but this is important, and independence is part of growing up. I'll be there when you need me. You'll always be my son. Heart emoji. Thanks, Mom. Hey, what's up? Uh... Oh. Having a good day? I think I would still thank him for the rose. A man like you deserves appreciation. My business is doing well, so I'm generous. Come by the shop sometime, if you don't hate me. I think at some point I do need to go by the shop, but let's let's maybe go to the dungeon. So many relationships to maintain. This game is stressing. Yeah, there's so many people. Need to go. Don't see you. Good luck dating. Thank you, Artemis. Thank you for hanging out. I will probably be continuing this game tomorrow and on Sunday as well. So hope you can make it for that as well. Do I pick which weapon when I go into the dungeon? Oh yes, I do. All right, let's take the dagger. I was awful at dating. These dating sims are scary. These dating sims are much friendlier than real life, though. Like, I don't feel like I can fail. Which floor would you like to go to? How come 1 and 3 are the options? Why is 2 not an option? Let's start at 1. I mean, I think in the dating sim, I end up with somebody. Alright, so Valera is different.
It's nice that it's not so crowded.
That's basically the same, except it's pink. Alright. Oop. Oh, getting hit already. Alright. Plastic and sugar. You found glass. An evolved form of sand. We did it together. We did. More glass, some wire, some money, some boba. What else are we looking for? Alright, floor 2. We've almost leveled up with her. Oh, so many things. I see, she was confused. Or the monster was confused. Whoa, did not see that coming. Alright. Not so bad. We got full health. Everything is fine. Flip phone, stop following me. Ow. Alright. This looks like treasure. Oop. We haven't been using our special ability very much. Our fireballs. We probably should. That looks like a down arrow, which I don't think I want to do yet. Or a down escalator. Aha. This is a challenge, I believe. Let's pick up all the items first. and then we'll do the challenge. That was a pretty easy challenge. There were only 2 things. Hey, we found a safe. It is Passion Zine recipe. Oh, good, because we only have the one zine right now, which is fireballs. You wouldn't mind taking a breather? What does that mean? What are you trying to tell me? Oh, is this a date location? I think it is. Can we go ice skating? This seems like a really small ice skating rink. I never quite got the hang of ice skating. It's fun, don't get me wrong. I fall down a lot. I hope you're ready. Hang on to me or hang on to the side? I feel like I personally am not good enough at ice skating that I would tell somebody to hang on to me. So, hang on to the sides. That's the plan. Here I go. She skates with remarkable speed and confidence for someone without any skill. Wait, how do I stop? She crashes into the side, falling on her butt. Ha ha ha, just like old times. Eventually you take off the skate. You feel an impulse to give a gift, but you don't have anything to give. Well, yeah.
Thanks.
That was fun. Alright. Too bad I did not have a gift. So I guess the lesson is only go on dates like that if you have gifts to give. Let's go down to floor 3. Oh wait, we're on 3? Let's go down to whatever the next level is. Okay. Floor 3. Oh, I'm on level 3. That's what the 3 in the top left is. Oh, I can't believe the flying cassette tape hit me. Okay. It's fine, we healed back up. Ooh. Alright, we're getting better at dodging. We got up to $25. Maybe we can buy some clothes soon? Okay. Ooh, money bag. Boba, more wire. Oh, vending machine? The vending machine offers several choices. Bubble tea, sugar, and a mystery item for $5. I mean, who would purchase a mystery item out of a vending machine? I wouldn't in real life, but we will in the game. You push a button and feel a rumble beneath your feet. What? A hole opens where the vending machine used to be. Mysterious. Alright. Stairs it is. You climb down into the darkness. Where are we? What is... Monster. I gotta save up money from the dungeon. And stop getting defeated by the likes of you. They allow humans down here? I thought this place was exclusive. This guy looks like, Hellboy. Hellboy, right? He's the red guy with the big fist. And that's just a serpent of some sort. Okay.
Ah.
It seems you're worthy to shop at the heart of Verona.
Hmm?
Everything's so expensive. I see. These are probably gifts I can give to people. A bomber jacket? I do love a bomber jacket. Should I buy the bomber jacket? Does a bomber jacket seem like the type of thing Valeria would wear? Valeria? Probably? It's probably okay. I've never seen you wear a bomber jacket. Yeah, it's not for me. I think it's to give. Maybe? $10, so cheap. Buy it. It's true. $10 is quite a deal for a bomber jacket. Alright. Do we want the violet one or the olive one? Maybe violet. Violet seems like a nicer color. I like purple. Or violet. Alright. The pricing seems off. Yeah, the lipstick is way more expensive than the jacket. As you wish. Stay safe out there. Let's go down. Okay. Alright. So many things. Ow. Okay. Did use a boba. That's okay. We're on floor 4 now. Whatever happened to floor 2? Ah, no! I think these flip phones... uh-oh. Ah, so close. No! Did we do better than last time? Maybe. Alright, we found a vault. We found a hangout. I leveled up. Twice. And a half. Okay. Let's go home. I think we can craft. We have this fashion zine recipe. Oh no, we don't have the material. A leather jacket. We still need this red cloth-like item. Okay. Let's check out our phone. Valeria. I had an idea. You like museums? I do. I do like museums. How did you know? Meet me at the museum? Wear something red. I don't have anything red, do I? I guess I can go shopping for something red. Sure. Although I'm not sure since we bought this thing. Haha, JK, wear whatever you want. Oh, okay. I will try to get something red. Let's put on our jacket. Oh, I have a bunch of different things. Do I want to wear a dress? I think maybe a sweater is more my style. Turban? Bucket hat? I do like the bucket hat. It's real cute looking. I'm gonna wear something red because she asked for me to wear something red. There's the bomber jacket I bought. Alright. Okay, that seems fine. I think that's everything. Oh, did we get another zine? No, we got the craft. We got the recipe for a zine. Yeah. But we need this red fabric. Okay. Let's go to the museum. You find Valeria in the lobby, and she leads you into the museum.
Huh?
This is a nice museum. In the first gallery, Valeria glares daggers at one of the sculptures, because she's a dagger. It's too perfect. Perfection is so boring. I don't trust it. I wouldn't say that sculpture there is perfect. I think it's that brown thing.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Perfect symmetry? Leave it to the mathematicians, I say. Well, that's true. Valeria guides you through the museum without a map, according to her whim. You feel an impulse to give a gift, but you don't have anything to give. She talks about the art with intimate fondness, like they're eccentric family members.
Huh?
Just wondering, if you could steal a painting from any museum, which one would it be? That's a loaded question. I know. They're my favorite kind of question. You've really never thought about it before? No, I haven't. I'd steal Birth of Venus by... I don't know how to pronounce that. Seems French. I have heard of Birth of Venus, but I do not know how to pronounce that name. Okay. It's in the Musée d'Orsay. Ground floor, near the stairs. Have I been there? The real issue is the size. It's 3 by 2.18 meters, and it would be a crime to roll it up. You've thought this through.
Huh?
Well, I wouldn't want to get caught, would I? No, you wouldn't. I'd miss out on a chance to enjoy my paintings if I was in prison. Now it's your turn. What would you liberate? Knowing the exact dimensions, yeah, she's a little sus. I would not steal the Mona Lisa. It's a fine piece of art, but it doesn't seem like my style. I'm not familiar with The Kiss. I feel like I ought to be. O'Keeffe's Summer Days? That sounds like maybe something I would take. What does The Kiss look like? I would take Summer Days. Skulls and Flowers and Curious Juxtaposition. Yes, it said Klimt's The Kiss. What does it look like though? Skulls and Flowers and Curious Juxtaposition. Yes, I can see that one speaking to you. Oh, are there skulls? In Summer Days? It's everywhere. The Kiss is everywhere? Oh. I hate museums as much as I love them. The idea of them, anyway. Art should be free, out in the world, not hidden away like this. Google it. Yes. But Verona Beach isn't too bad. The museum's free and open to the public. That is nice. Have you heard about a new mural at the mall? No? Maybe we go look at it together sometime. I'd love to know what you think. People are saying it's like the Roses of Venus. You know, the anonymous graffiti artist? Wait, is that like a reference to Banksy? Maybe they thought Verona Beach needed a little more beauty and love.
Huh.
Just as you're getting to know her better, Valeria's attention wanders. You look around to see what's attracting her, and wait! It's the guy from the park. He's standing at the gallery entrance, glaring at you both. I'm so sorry. I'll take care of this. She grabs the guy by the shoulder and pulls him away. She whispers to him. They look intimate, like they've known each other forever. Yeah, that sounds about right. After a few moments, Valeria returns, looking flushed and angry.
Ugh.
you want to get out of here? Sure. I do want to get out of here. But this seems a little forward. I don't think she wants to talk about him, so I'm not going to ask about him. But I think we'll go with A. Oh no, I accidentally closed a tab. I tried to open a tab to Google. I got a 30-second ad. I was just here, Twitch. Yes. Yes. It also really frustrates me with Twitch that you can't go back while the stream is live. So there's no way to like go back and catch up. With YouTube live streams, you can go back and play back at like 2x speed, so then you'll just catch up to live in like a minute, which is fine. I just want to know what happened. I just want to know what I missed in those 30 seconds, but there's nothing you can do. And you may not have heard any of that spiel because you were watching the ad. I'm gonna go with A. Because it actually seems like the most, like, friendly.
Yeah.
That's what "do you want to get out of here" generally means. Oh, really? Love rank 2. Yeah, you can only click the VOD on Twitch once it updates. Yeah, you have to wait till the whole stream ends before you can go back to catch that 30 seconds. But by that point, I've already forgotten that I wanted to see those 30 seconds, and so yeah. What did you miss? I went on a date to the museum with Valeria, and now we leveled up. We leveled up our love rank. Sneaky. Enemies are confused longer. And then we can... Oh, I get to pick. I get to pick which skill. Let's roll further. So, what do you say? Yeah. I'm gonna go home with her. You take Valeria home to your apartment. Nice place. She's confident and knows what she wants. She figures out quickly what you want to. After she snuggles into you, her head perfectly in your palm, you're warm and cozy, soon fall asleep. Yes. Don't watch. And in the morning, she's gone. No, she just ghosted me. Okay. Let's listen to Jessie first. I found you another date. You've probably met her already. Who is it? Go to Paradise Lost tomorrow at noon. She'll meet you there. She'll wear a blue jacket. Okay. And don't forget to smile. But fake smiles are bad. Never mind. Smiling optional. Okay, that's weird advice. You up? New phone. No. Morning. I want to see you again, but I need to think. Let's exchange for a while. Let's knife? I'm not sure what let's knife means. But I assume that means dunge. Okay. Let's go out. I think we should meet this new date at the cat cafe. Paradise Lost. I assumed it was a cat cafe, but maybe it's not a cat cafe.
Welcome to Paradise Lost. I'm Olivia.
It is a cat
what
cafe.
Kind of cats do you
Okay.
like?
It's a cat cafe. What kind of cats do you like? In reality, the ones I'm not allergic to. But in this game, all kinds.
That's not a real answer, you know. But it's true that every cat deserves love.
Every cat does deserve love. Do you want to order coffee? Don't you work at King's? Should we do, are we on a date? Isn't she just asking me if I want a coffee? That doesn't feel like a date. I'm meeting someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're meeting me, right? Oh, wait. She was gonna be wearing blue. Is it Olivia? Oh, I totally missed that. Oh, sorry, I thought Jesse would tell you. He set us up. I am on a date with her. And oh, I forgot to take off my work apron. Sorry, one sec. Yes. Olivia takes off her apron with a smile. I mean, I guess this is kind of a date, but it doesn't have to be. We can just hang and pet cats. I don't really like dates anyway. She's cute? Yeah. Who knew? Who wants to play some game of trying to guess the right things to say? And then you flirt and you're supposed to start kissing? It's also fake. That's true. I mean... Has my character come out of their shell more? I do try to be sincere though. Do you? Or are you just playing a dating game? I'll never know. Olivia frowns slightly, eyes focusing in the distance. Wait, don't look behind you, but I think someone's watching us in the window. You peek from the corner of your eye, but don't see anyone. Oh, they're gone. Maybe I was imagining things. Yeah. An elegant cat walks up and sits nearby, staring at you curiously.
Huh?
I don't recognize this one. Who are you, kitty? Are you new here? Olivia knows all the cats in the cat cafe. How much time does she spend at the cat cafe? She's so cute. May I pet you, perhaps? Olivia reaches her hand tentatively, but the cat stalks away again, tail in the air. I guess I offended her. You spend some time with Olivia, chatting and petting cat. Paranoid crazy cat lady. Quick, get out. This was nice. See you around. I would offer to walk you home. I'm sorry. I don't think so. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, well. Was that rude? Was that too forward? It was nice to chat, but you're a little too intense for me, to be honest. Aw. Okay, I'm sorry. So if any of my friends become single, I'll let you know. She backs out of the cafe with a blush. The cat gives you a pitying look. I don't think it's the cat's fault. The cat stares at you until you feel uncomfortable. You head home. Okay. That date seemed to have gone poorly. I guess it didn't work out, huh? Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. What didn't? You know, your date. With that coffee cutie. I've been there. I know how it feels to be rejected. They think they're so much better than us. But they're not. You're better than all of them. You deserve to be treated like a king, Tony. Wait a minute. Was he the person? So he was the person we saw in the window? That's kind of weird. Was he watching us? Please stop. Sorry if I'm awkward or say too much. You're just so handsome. Yeah, Eric is weird. Jesse. So how'd it go with Olivia? We're friends, maybe? Unclear. Something like that. Friends are the best. This is progress. Just think, a few weeks ago you never dated anyone, and now you have experience and skills. If you want to change up your weapon combo, check out the gym in town. And the most romantic holiday ever is around the corner. Arbor Day? Arbor Day is quite romantic. No, silly. 4th of July. Nothing more romantic than BBQ and fireworks. I don't think that's true. You think I'm joking, but wait and see. I met my partner Samantha at a BBQ. It's gold. You'll be all heart eyes. I'll send you the details soon. Arbor Day. You get a lot of wood. That's right. That's right. Arbor Day. I don't think we can craft anything. Yeah, we're still missing materials. Okay. So we went to the cat cafe. Oh, he recommended the gym where we can practice. We could go shopping. Let's check out the shopping first. Oh, this is the theater. Right. I wish I had enough money to buy tickets, because then we could take one of the people we are courting to a concert. Holy energy. A blessed, soft and warm. A blessing, soft and warm. Oh, I guess it's a gift? I don't know. We need money. Wait, what is this? Oh, the cutting edge. Right. We can choose who to level. Let's go with the dagger. Valeria. Daggers have names too. Daggers are people too. If we're going to fight together, we should agree on our tactics. Wait. I did not mean to leave. Why is leaving the only option? Do I have to pick somebody else? Let's see what we can do. Why is leaving the only option? You could choose sneaky instead of the other thing? Yeah. Here, I'll go back. I think we can pick one of the two things. Whoops. I accidentally exited. But I still seem to only... I don't know how this works. Am I not able to do this yet? Pressing other buttons. No. Doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Is my face hiding something? No? Just her name. Well... maybe some other time? Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Eric. The shop smells of dust and oil. You spot Eric behind the register, reading a book, looking like a doctor.
Oh, you came. Hi. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks. We just restocked our spadroon supply.
What's a spadroon?
Let me give you a tour.
Verona Beach knuckleheads mostly want switchblades and razors, but we carry the finest blades, some even made on-site in my private smithery. I also teach classes at Verona Beach College about the history of war. Tell me, what's your favorite weapon? Dagger. Interesting. A close-range fighter. You must like to feel the enemy's breath on your neck. Wait. You mean a weapon person, right? Of course. It's naturally fascinating, wielding someone else in battle, trusting them with your life. Sometimes I wonder who Excalibur would transform into, if it were a person. But then I remember Sun Tzu, and Napoleon, and Genghis Khan. People win wars, Tony, not weapons. That's fair. Guns kill people, not... Wait, people kill? No. Guns don't kill people? Yeah. Weapons are just tools. Wielders make the decision, and strategies, the tactics. It's not polite to say, and pure humans aren't superior, but the truth is we're better suited to leadership. I see. Eric is a little speciesist here. Him and his blonde hair. Or whatever the opposite of hybrid is. I have a little project I think you'd be interested in. I'm forging a new and improved kind of weapon. Way better than any human dagger. I don't know what to call the supreme sword yet. You can forge people? No. Not people. That'd be like giving birth to something. Gross. I want to make a weapon with a little bit of intelligence. It doesn't need its own thoughts and feelings and baggage. Think of it, the ultimate weapon, with all the tactical insight and none of the drama. Control freak much? I think maybe you want it to be mindless?
No.
Ideally, no. Ideally, it would want to be my perfect tool. But in practice, yes. I see. A perfect servant will always be more loyal than an equal. That is weird. That is a weird thing to say. The sooner you realize you can only rely on yourself, the better warrior you'll be. Okay. Now, what can I help you with? I'm offering you a little discount here. I need some of this red fabric. Where do I get this red fabric? We could buy wire. I don't think we want wire. So we'll leave. Catch you on the sharp side, cutie. Okay. So I guess now you see why I prefer steel weapons. Not really. I don't really understand what you're saying. I mean, there isn't anything wrong with weapon people. They're just not for me. Can't really expect a person to sit in a case looking pretty all day. Can you? I don't understand you, dude. Okay. Oh yeah, what's in weapon info? Does that just tell me? I see. Oh, there are attack combos. Okay. I did not know that. YYYX, which I think is light, heavy. YYXX, YXXX, XXX. That's like all combinations, right? Except alternating. A few Ys followed by X's. Okay. Got it. I see. Shorter combos. Also shorter combos. Okay. Alright. That was good to know. Oh yeah, gifts? Can I... Yes, I do not have any gifts. Okay. Where do I get the red fabric? Maybe at the store? I'm gonna check the store out again. The clerk? Fabric! That's where I get it. I would like some. Some cardigans, some camo jackets. We'll buy the fabric though. I could buy multiple. Let me go make something with it. I like my bucket hat. Let's see. Fashion zine. Leather jacket. I can make a leather jacket? I can make a leather jacket. Animal Crossing style. Hammer, 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 hammer. You made a leather jacket. I see. Bracelet is a gift. Fashion zine is a recipe. Let's try out our leather jacket. What do we like more, the leather jacket or the bomber jacket? Maybe the leather jacket. Maybe we take our hat off. We can see her hair. I feel like it goes better with her hair, the red accents. Okay. I guess we go to the dungeon? Let's see what the exclamation points are about, and then we'll go back in the dungeon. Find time in your busy love life to stop by? We can buy sugar. Oh yeah, we could buy more plastic. Steel. Probably good for other gifts. Okay, we need more money. Let's go to the dungeon. I guess we go to level 3. Level 1 seems a little easy for us. Now we know some combos. Let's see if we can make it work.
Verona Mall has seen better days, huh?
Indeed. Alright, much easier. Well, there aren't too many of them. Oh, that probably goes down to the store again? I don't think we actually want to go down, because it costs $5. So we should wait. Okay, not so bad. Sugar? More sugar? I think my weapon is much stronger now, since we level. Things seem to require many fewer hits. We already went on this date with her, so I don't think we want to do it again. Oh, I should not keep walking further in. Oh. Oh, we can't go out? Uh-oh. That was not very good. Dead. Okay. Almost got you another date, but I need some info. Be honest. Would you rather get to know a guy who's buff or sweet? Sweet. Okay, well, it was a trick question because this dude is buff and sweet. His name is Jonah, and he's the best. Approved. Okay, just so you know, we used to date a while back. Way before Samantha. He was really fun. He'd be a good friend, I think, no matter what happens. I feel a little weird about that. Oh yeah, also what about Samantha? It'll just be a friendly meeting at first. No pressure. Talk to you soon. Okay. That was not very successful. Yeah, it's a little weird. I think I just want to go back into the dungeon. Alright, we'll do better. We'll try not to die so quickly. So let's see, what did we learn? Don't go too deep into a room so that there are fewer until you kill more of the monsters.
Verona Mall has seen better days, huh?
Stabby, stabby. More books. Oh yeah, also we should use fire. Aha! Secret passage? What is this? Is this a challenge? Yes. Oh, I didn't even see it. Okay. And a vault. Anime t-shirt recipe. That's funny. I'm not sure that's my character style. Although they do have the hair. Whoa. Okay. Got some wire. Okay. Money. Wire. Another vending machine. That just reconnects. So let's keep going down. Oh yeah, the fountain. Yeah, let's take a little breather. I wish I had a gift for you. It feels nice to stretch out after a long session of stabbing monsters. When I'm a dagger, I'm more focused, but more tense too. Does it hurt being a dagger? No, it's good exercise. I just need to stretch afterwards. She nudges you playfully and sits on the fountain's edge. You feel an impulse to give a gift, but you don't have anything to give. Yes, I know.
Thanks.
Thanks for rubbing in the fact that I don't have a gift. My life could use a little more peace. But now I'm ready to head back. I guess we healed. Oh no, so many things. Okay, we're doing okay here. We can handle this. Ow. There we go. Survived. Only used one boba tea. Anything else? Yep. Some stuff over here. More stuff. Alright, I think that's everything. Alright, let's go down. Hey, we made it through floor 3. Actually, I think we were maybe at floor 4 before. Maybe not. Maybe this is new. Savvy. Alright. You found liquid. Hydration is important. Alright. Is that like a material? Oop. I'll take the money. I will take the healing. Right? Massage chairs. I love massage chairs. Oh, this is a date also. It's like a spa date. The mall is filled with so many date locations. Wait, what is this book? Right. I should use that ability more. We have time for a little self-indulgence, right? Yeah. I like that. You sit in the massage chairs. They begin to vibrate and knock you back. And knead your back. Ah. Too soon it's over. You feel more relaxed. You feel an impulse to give a gift. I know I don't have anything. I'm sorry. I wish I had something to give.
Huh.
Do you think the monsters use massage chairs to relax when they're not fighting? Yeah, definitely. I mean, if I were a monster, I would use it. She laughs to herself.
Yeah.
All those weird vertebrates need special massage expertise, I'm sure. Until we chop them up. Let's go. Alright. Ooh, chest. You found fried mackerel recipe, which I guess is a gift? It's a weird gift. Ooh. Come on in. We can stabby these things. Ah! Whoops. That was not what I meant to do. Ow. There we go. Not so bad. Pick up some wire. Get some more boba. Do we keep going down? I don't think we did this whole floor. Hold on. Oh, but we did get a chest, so maybe we're good? Alright, let's go down. How deep can this mall go? This is an underground mall. The elusive multi-floor underground mall. But I guess it's a roguelike, so we go down. Oh, we need a key. This gate is closed. Maybe you can find a key nearby. Okay. That feels like a hint. Battle your fears. Oh, this appears to be a boss. Oh my goodness. Ow. Alright, that seems okay. Okay. I think we want to heal. We should also learn how to use our fireballs properly. We got you. There we go. Easy. Not so bad. Hey, we got a key. We got a bunch of money, too. I feel rich. Alright, I guess we open the mall gate? Which takes us to... I don't know where it takes us. More monsters? Oh, those are new monsters. These guys are... I think I need to level. Alright, that wasn't so bad. But it does take a lot of hits. Let's go through this special door that we busted open. Hey, chest! Plastic! And a bunch of money. We're almost at $50. We're so rich. Okay. We go this way. Happy to get items. Oh, we have an ice cream date. Wait, let me get this money first. I wish I had a gift. Ice cream. Want some? Hydrate. That is a good idea. Thank you. Valeria is going to treat me to some ice cream. That's really nice. We will go with a gelato. I normally like fruit-flavored ice cream anyway. Feeling fancy. I don't know if that makes me fancy, but gelato is maybe fancier. Although, not always. Anyway, tastes like summer. Or at least the idea of summer. Summer here in Verona Beach is a bit too much. If we were outside, this would probably melt before we could even eat it.
Huh.
What would your ideal summer vacation be? You finish your ice cream, debating the best place to spend the summer. You feel an impulse to give a gift, but you don't have anything to give. Yup, nothing to give. I think I do want the enemies to stack, so I can kill them all together. I know, I need to get gifts. I don't know where to get gifts. I keep taking her on dates and I have nothing to give. I'm not a good date. Who knew? Who knew dating involved giving lots of gifts? What else? Hey, water. Liquid. Some more money. We got $54. Hey, we got another chest. Gourmet cupcake recipe. That seems like a good gift. I guess you need liquid for stuff like that. Ooh, this is a fancy chest. Silver ring recipe. That would be good. That would be a good gift. And we got a bunch of money. Is there something over here? No. Okay, I think we go down. I feel like we probably can't go much further before we die. Okay. Next level. We have almost gotten to the end of our love rank, at which point I think we get another ability. Or we can go on another date or something. Something like that. Whoa. They are what appears to be like a gramophone. Ow. Throwing records at me, maybe? Ooh. They are hard to kill. Oh, this is the date location again, right? Yep. I want boba. I think this will still heal us, though. We've had this dialogue before. We'll try the other one. You enjoy being a dagger, don't you? Of course. Why do you think I'm here? The pay isn't great. She nudges you playfully and sits on the fountain's edge. You sit together in a companionable silence.
Thanks.
Thanks. That was nice. My life could be a little more peace. But now I'm ready to head back in. Okay. We got a little bit of energy out of that. We got some parts. Come on in. Okay. I do not have any more book. Ow. There are some boxes though, so maybe I can find something in a box. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot I have these. There we go. Oops, missed. Oh, they continue to take damage from the fireball. Stab, 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 stab. There we go. Cleared the room. Even have an extra boba. Do I want to go down? I guess? I feel like we're already very deep. I guess so. Okay, down it is. We'll heal up. I think we've maybe maxed. Yeah, we maxed our love rank. So should I play as somebody else to max there? To increase the love rank? Sure. I think it progresses the storyline. Alright. There we go. Okay, survived. He's stabbing. Stabbing away at things. Alright. Avoided most of that. Oop, there's money over here. There's some sugar over there. Oh, maybe to make cupcakes. Sugar is maybe an ingredient to make like the food items. Alright. Feeling is good. I guess this is a challenge room. Let's get the items first. We can actually heal up. Okay. Ow. Wait, can we challenge again? I guess we have to. The doors are locked. Okay. Oh, killed. It's okay. We increased. We killed many of things. We found many a vaults. There were many hangouts. We leveled many times apparently. Something tells me the difficulty of the combat is probably a little low for me. I'm probably not supposed to level so much per trip to the dungeon. Okay. I do think we can make fried mackerel, which is a gift. We can make anime t-shirt, which I think is just for me. Clothing. We can make a gourmet cupcake. A silver ring. I think we want to make the ring, because that's a good gift. It's so nice. We still can't make that. We have to buy the fabric. Let's make the cupcake. It doesn't take very much. Oddly, you need plastic to make a cupcake. And fried mackerel. Which seems like a really weird gift. Although, maybe we just haven't met the character that it goes with. I guess we'll make the t-shirt because we got plenty of material. Okay. We have neither of these ingredients for the fashion zine. We've made everything else. Okay. Great. Let's check our phone. We got messages. Yes! Now that I have gifts, I can properly go on dates. Mind meeting me again? I'll explain some things, please. Which one sounds more like I'm interested? Sure or alright? Neither sound extremely excited. We'll go with alright. Here's a hint for where to find me. At the park? The park. That looks like the park. I'd like to practice more parries. I often practice at the mission. Care to join me? I have no choice but to say okay. I'll be in the Sanctuary of San Drogo. I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay. So you and a +1 are invited to my 4th of July barbecue tomorrow. Oh. That's tomorrow. Jonah really wants to meet you, and he doesn't mind if you're dating someone else. So no big deal. You gonna invite somebody? Yeah. Sure. Tell them to bring something. Haha. See you tomorrow. Cool. Let's we made a bunch of things. I think we do have some new clothes, right? Oh yeah, we have the anime shirt. It kind of goes with the hair. There we go. The blues match. We'll put our bucket hat back on. What do we got? We can go on a date. I think we have some gifts, so I think that's okay now. We can go on a date with Isaac at the mission. I am a little curious about Isaac's relationship with his father. But let's go hang out with Valeria first. Valeria is sitting on a park bench, glaring at nearby ducks. Her expression softens as she sees you.
Hey.
You came. I'm really glad. I wasn't sure if you would, after how things ended. Oh, wait, what? Oh, because we were at the museum, and the weird friend of hers showed up. Oh, but that ended fine, because she went home with me. I asked you to go home with me for all the wrong reasons. Oh, well. But I don't regret our time together, not one bit. I wish I'd been, I don't know. Yeah, you seemed a little angry. I was, not at you. I can explain, but... The sound of loud quacking interrupts her.
Ugh.
Shut up, ducks. Can you believe that noise? I hope you're not one of those people that feeds ducks at the park. I am not. Why am I not? I guess because... I don't know. I'm not the type of person who would feed the ducks at the park. It feels like I'm not helping ducks by doing that. I mean, I guess I am, but maybe the ducks feel like... I don't know. I'm not the type of person to feed ducks at the park. Not because I hate them. But yeah, I'm not. Good. I hate their beady little eyes. And don't get me started on those snapping bills. It's true that ducks are a little scary, especially if you feed them a lot. They get really aggressive and they can like chase you around. Anyway, not into ducks. A friend of mine lost a finger to a duck. That's a little terrifying. Got too close with a piece of bread and then... Valeria snapped her fingers. Got too close to the ducks and then... Gone, just like that. That's scary. It doesn't quite sound true, but that's scary. Valeria's lips twist into a rueful grimace, and she sighs. Okay, I may be exaggerated, but only a little. And promise not to laugh. It didn't happen to a friend, it was me. I'm sorry. I was supposed to promise not to laugh, but I laughed. Valeria holds up a hand, showing you a faint scar on her index finger. I mean, if you got scarred from a bite, I feel like that's actually pretty serious. I wouldn't say it's only a scratch. I could kiss it. She extends her hand, you look her in the eyes, and kiss the tip of her finger. Aw, that's so sweet. She shivers, and you slide your lips down to her palm, her wrist. After a long moment, she pulls her hand back and smiles shakily. You're good at that. The sound of loud quacking interrupts your moment. I can't believe you did that in front of the ducks. Whatever will they think? Would you like to offer a gift? Yes, I have a ring for you. A silver ring. Oh, that's thoughtful of you. Thanks so much. Next time we go on a date without the risk of ducks. Aha, we leveled. We now have Backstab. Attacks do critical damage to confused enemies. I see, so we want to roll to confuse them, and then attack them. Alright, makes sense. But we were talking about something actually important before. Right, I remember. I was going to awkwardly explain Jake. Oh. I mean, if you want. Thank you, and thank you for putting up with my procrastination.
Huh.
So that guy, right, who keeps showing up? His name is Jake. I dated him a couple of years ago. And, I dated his sister as well. At the same time, I mean. They both knew. Huh. Dual wielding? I mean, she's not the wielder, though. You dated siblings? These are all valid questions. Dual wielding, you dated siblings. How did that work? I barely dated anyone, seems like the wrong... Seems like we're moving attention from her to me, which seems wrong. We'll go with dual wielding, because at least that's kind of like a Slay the Spire reference. Ah, yeah, I suppose it was. Trust me, it was even more work than it sounds. It sounds tricky. But they both knew? Maybe it wasn't that tricky. I don't know. We messed up a lot at first, but we learned. Got better at being together. I was young and in love, and I thought we'd be together forever. Wait, with Jake or Jake's sister? Jake and Jessica and me, 3 artists against the world. Oh, I see, I see. With all of them. The collective we. We were everything to each other. We had the same goals, believed in the same things. Oh yeah, what things? Beauty and love. What else is there to believe in? But Jessica wanted more. More recognition, more adventure, more everything. I wanted things to stay as they were, which was foolish. Nothing stays the same. It's true. I moved to Verona Beach, looking for a fresh start, and Jake followed me. Oh. I know you haven't had the best impression of him, but he's a good person, really. He seems to be in love with you, given that he followed you here.
Huh?
Maybe a little. We were together for a long time. Is that so strange? But I think I always loved Jessica a little more. That's terrible, isn't it? No, that's not terrible. That just happens. I'm trying to make up for it now, by being a good friend. As for Jake, I don't love him anymore. Not in that way. But we still have some business together, I suppose you could say. Wait, what does that mean? What type of business together? Look, I know Jake's been a bit of an idiot, following us around and all. I'll talk to him about it. Get him to back off. For real this time. Anyway, enough about my drama. I got you a little gift. Here. Oh. They can give me gifts? That's so nice. New equipment, beret. Oh, clothing. Go check it out in the apartment. I saw it in the museum shop and thought of you. Oh, thanks. That's very sweet. You don't have to wear it, but you'll look dashing if you do, I'm sure. But you know, I'd love to show you my work sometime. Oh yeah, you're an artist. You know, my paintings, if you wanted. Yes, I would love to see your art. And it's a date. I've had new inspiration lately.
Ciao.
I'll look forward to seeing what you think. Next time. You have a lot to think about. As you leave, the afternoon light fades into evening. Oh, who do you invite to Jesse's barbecue? Valeria. She accepts and says she'll meet you there. On the way over, you pick up something to share. I tend to like savory snacks better. I'm not that into soda, nor... I mean, I like cake sometimes, but not super sweet. Not with lots of frosting. So we're gonna bring the cheesies, which sounds more savory. Also, cheese is delicious. You worry is not good enough. Will Jesse laugh at you? You buy it anyway. Even if nobody else wants him, you could eat the whole bag yourself. It could. It's true. Hello, plants. Welcome back. How's it going? We are, You're distracted by food? I'm getting there. It is getting to the point where I need to start making food. We're dating. We're enjoying people. You find Valeria waiting outside Jesse's house. We're going to a 4th of July BBQ in the game. I guess obviously in the game because 4th of July passed recently. It's not anytime soon.
Hey, stranger. Miss me?
We're getting along very well with Valeria. You ring Jesse's doorbell, but nobody answers. You hear the sound of talking and music from the backyard. You go around back to investigate.
Hey, it's my coolest cousin.
Is she wearing the bracelets you got her? You know, she looks the same actually, before and after. We also got her a ring, but it doesn't show up. At least I can't tell. But we can't actually see her hands. Hey, it's my coolest cousin.
Everyone be friendly, okay?
A few strangers look at you curiously and raise a glass. Your cheeks feel warm.
Oh, you brought cheesies. Samantha goes nuts for these.
Good, I brought the right snack to the party.
And who's this with you? Oh my.
Oh, you indeed. Thank you for letting me crash your little party.
You're very welcome. Want a little tour? I need to go in and prep burgers and shrooms. Oh yeah. Good job, Jesse, having non-meat burgers. I would love a mushroom burger.
Yeah?
Sure, I brought baklava too. Homemade. Wow, that's fancy. I want a homemade baklava. Man, now I really am hungry. Oh man, I can't wait. Thanks so much. In the meantime, Tony, meet Jonah. Here, go, talk. Oh yes, Jesse was trying to set me up with Jonah as well. Jesse pushes a stranger towards you with a wink and walks away.
Hi. I'm Jonah. Shoot, you knew that, right?
Maybe not dive into your Jesse's ex. Sure. A reasonably good icebreaker is what do you do, although I don't normally like to ask people what they do when I just meet them. Anyway.
I do a lot of surfing and hanging out, mostly. Some reading too.
That is a very dodging answer, because it doesn't actually... I feel like normally the question is like, what is your job? But he dodged it very well.
Oh wait, do you mean for
yeah.
work?
There we go.
I don't really have a job right now.
That is why. That is why I don't like asking the question, what do you do? Because if somebody does not have a job right now, it puts them in an awkward position. Jesse said you fight monsters. Is that right? So you're some kind of hero? I'd say it's no big deal. Or maybe it pays well. It's no big deal. That's exactly what a hero would say. I'm on to you. I've been thinking about trying the dungeon out myself sometime. Maybe. You should. Jesse said you wield, weapons down there. I can sometimes be an axe. I don't often do it, though. That's amazing. Thanks. It doesn't take much effort, though. I just decide to change shapes, like clenching a fist. Maybe I'll show you sometimes. Is it really that easy? Like clenching a fist? That seems a little... That seems much easier. I mean, I tried to change into a sword. Anyways, I could definitely use the money from a gig. But, you promise you won't hurt anyone? Like, not even animals? Only monsters. I'm vegan. I'm not vegan, but I am vegetarian. So that's like kind of a close answer. But I think we'll just dodge it by saying only monsters. And who decide what's an animal or a monster, I wonder? Oh, I see Jonah. I'm sorry. Yes, what is the difference between a monster and an animal? I'm not sure. But I don't really have a choice. I wish I wasn't hurting so bad for money. Here's my number. Maybe we can go together sometime. Or if you want to hang out, like, as humans. I'm usually at the beach. That sounds good. Valeria rejoins you and Jonah with a smile. And who's this cute friend of yours? Jonah, wait, we've met. I know you. Really? You are the one that's always bought ducks at the grocery store, right? You're the one that always bought duck at the grocery store. Oh, like to eat? Eric abruptly elbows his way into the conversation.
Oh, hello. May I kiss your hand?
No thanks. Eric gives you a deep, formal bow. Jonah glances between you and Eric. Hey, Eric. I didn't know you'd be here. You don't seem the patriotic type. Well, I heard the elusive Tony would be here, so I had to make an appearance. With the romance of the barbecue and fireworks, I thought this might be my chance. I'm gonna go for a walk before bedtime. Good luck with the dates. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for hanging out for so long. It's been fun. Have a nice walk. And, good night. Yes. Yes, I hope to see you tomorrow as well. And hopefully... I'm probably not gonna play that much longer today anyway. Good night, Mary. Real subtle, bro. Ha! Subtlety is for combat and business. Love is an entirely different battlefield. And I intend to bring all my cannons to bear on my target. Your metaphor is terrible. Perhaps you can help me craft a better turn of phrase to capture your beauty. Party music plays from speakers inside the house. Everyone starts talking loud.
Ugh.
Eric shudders as if in deep pain. Ear poison. I cannot stand modern music. It robs a moment of any elegance. Give my regards to Jesse and Samantha. I must flee. Eric hurries away, hands over his ears. Are you okay? Eric really gets to you, huh? Yes. I do not like him. But would I say that out loud? Probably not. But I feel like the others are kind of dismissive. Maybe I would just shrug. You realize you're lightly trembling with suppressed feelings. Where did your confidence go? Valeria gives you a little smile of sympathy. That guy gives me the creeps. Indeed. Eric, Jesse, and I went to school together. He doesn't have a bad heart. I think he's just lonely. That doesn't give him the right to be a jerk. But I wish he would grow up. It's a nice thought.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably just a thought. I don't know if it can be helped, honestly. The evening goes surprisingly quickly with lively conversation. Hey, it's nighttime. You eat burgers and grilled portobello steadily, walking the line between satisfaction and gluttony. At one point, the music is turned down and everyone quiets, watching the fireworks. As the sky explodes, you feel a wild, romantic energy surge through you. You have to... resist? No. This is the summer of love. You share a tender moment together as the fireworks end. Someone turns the music back on. Those are some explosions, alright. Now, back to partying. I hope Jesse won't think I'm rude if I cut out now. I have work I want to do tonight.
Huh.
And celebrating Imperialist colonizers isn't really my jam. That's also how I feel about 4th of July. It was fun though, huh? Nice meeting you, Jonah.
Ciao.
Valeria gives you a light peck on the cheek on her way out.
See ya.
Left to fend for yourself, a deep tiredness soon overtakes you. You say goodnight to Jesse and Jonah and shuffle home. Okay, let's check up on our text messages. Oh yeah, we got a beret. Oh, that is pretty cute. I might wear that. It looks better with the white t-shirt. Alright. My phone is blowing up. Let's see what's going on. We'll just go top to bottom. Okay. So, how was the BBQ? So romantic, right? Yes, you were right. It was romantic. I knew it. Honestly, I consider my job here done. You met some great folks, gone on some dates. I think I can back off and let you do your thing for the rest of summer. Is that okay? Yes, that is fine. Cool. Now we can just be normal friends and cousins. Phew. Talk to you later, cuz. Love you, cuz. Talk to you later. So unrealistic. Wow, everyone in this game takes back right away. So unrealistic. It's true. They're very fast texters. Let's talk to Valeria. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lots of text. Before you can come over, I gotta clean. I mean, I won't be clean. I'm not a nun. But this mother from 2016 needs to be evicted. That is pretty. Oh, this is a bot. Do not click on this bot. We want to just ban. Let me see. Ban. There we go. I read about this bot. It is bad. Do not trust it. Okay. We'll let you know when its smell is gone too. In the meantime, I found some cool art by the mall. Did you see this? What? Oh. Oh, it's like a graffiti or something. I did not see it. I love murals. I do love murals. There are so many where I live. And I love them. Maybe we can check it out sometime, together sometime. I would like that. Is that it? Nothing more to say? Alright. Jonah? Nice meeting you at the BBQ. It'd be fun to talk more sometime, but I just remembered I'm out of town for the rest of summer. Seriously? You just remember that? Yeah, sorry, maybe we can connect again somehow someday. If you ever come back to town in the fall, maybe I can show you some of the surfing spots on the island. Wait, what island? I thought we were like in California somewhere. Verona Island. The ferry is under repairs right now, though. Oh well. I hope your summer in VB is still the best. Oh. Thanks. I think we'll meet again somehow sooner than we think. I wonder if I like was not forward enough in this with this character, and so they're like not. I like completely missed unlocking this character. Okay. Okay. I think there was maybe something crafting wise. No. We made everything. Okay. I think that is maybe a good place to stop. How do I... There we go. Let's exit, and then maybe we can save and quit. It auto-saves. So I think that's a good place to stop. Less than 1 minute since last Odyssey. Quick to title screen. Yes, that's fine.